everyone, my name is Megan and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hello and welcome. I'm so happy to have you, and I'm so happy that you clicked on this video because that means that you are in the beginning of your fitness journey, and I am so happy to be able to help you. I think it's great that everyone is empowering women to get into the gym, but I think we forget that that beginning stage of getting into that gym is so freaking scary, and there's so much anxiety that comes with it. And so I am here to unpack all of the tips and tricks that I liked to utilize when I was first new to the gym and new to that gym environment, because it can be a lot for someone who's not comfortable in it yet. So here are my top tips for gym anxiety, getting comfortable in the gym, and all you guys need to know so that you guys don't have to suffer and be uncomfortable as long as I did. My first tip, this is the most crucial tip ever. Don't go to the gym with no plan. Don't just, it's great to just show up. It's great to get that urge and want to go. 100% love that, but when you get there and you get overwhelmed, it's gonna make you want to leave immediately or run upstairs to the cardio machines. I have been there so many times. Going to the gym with a plan in mind. It doesn't need to be set in stone, because that's another thing is machines are gonna be taken, things are gonna be taken, you're gonna have to learn to improvise on the spot. But going in with a general basis, at least know what muscle group you want to train, at least have an idea of a few exercises that you want to do. And my biggest tip, the thing that I did the most at the beginning of my journey, is following someone else's workout. Going on Instagram, I used to save a million workouts. Whitney Simmons, Chrissy Chella, those were my girls. They had those workouts there and ready for you. I would just go on their pages super fast, click one, decide which one I wanted to do, and I just have it there. One, that's amazing because you have the workout written out for you. You just have to kind of pick your sets and reps. And two, you get to watch the form when you're right there. I know that a lot of anxiety stems from feeling like you're gonna do a movement wrong. And I have been there so many times because I'm I think I'm gonna do it wrong, so I don't even wanna do it if there's so many people in the gym, whatever. But when you have a resource, when you have a video right there that you can watch right before, you can look at all those cues real quick and then do the movement. Going into the gym, having that plan, having that workout saved, that YouTube video saved, whatever it may be. I used to save workout videos on Instagram and on YouTube. YouTube is great because you can they can talk to you and tell you how to do the movement. But Instagram is very convenient because it's nice and small and easy to grab and you don't have to listen to it. So both are very good, and I highly recommend saving workouts. It's so funny for it to come full circle because I used to follow all these workouts on Instagram and use them in the gym, and now I'm providing those for other people, and that just makes me so happy. So if you use my workouts in the gym, I love you, and I just want you to know I make them for you. I guess I'm gonna do a little self-promo while I'm here, but on my Instagram, as you guys can see here, I have the guides feature, and that just has all of my muscle groups and the workouts that I've posted in a more organized fashion. But also on my posts, I've been adding little titles to them so that you guys can see exactly what that workout is. So if you're looking for a glute workout, you can scroll my page, find a glute one really fast, and do it. And I highly recommend, what I would do at the beginning is I would save so many workouts from other people, and I'd make little folder collections, I'll show you here. I'd make folder collections of the muscle groups so that I could pick the ones that I wanted to see, and I'd have them already there and handy for me. So whatever is gonna work for you is best, but going in prepared will make you feel so much less anxious. So tip number 2 is to get acquainted with the gym environment. And what that means is you don't need to just go to the gym and dive head first at everything, because I know that can be so overwhelming. If it means you go to the gym one day and you do some cardio and you're surveying the scene, so you're kind of surveying above of where the machines are that you would want to use, where everything else is that you would want to use. I know at the beginning a lot of people like to do cardio because typically it's upstairs, and you can look down and kind of figure out where you're gonna go, so you can warm up upstairs and then figure out where you want to go downstairs. Another thing is to do a lot of free weight exercises. Doing free weight exercise means that you don't have to try a new machine. You can just grab some dumbbells and you can go to the corner and you can do them if you're a shy girl. Whitney Simmons has been posting some shy girl workouts, which I really like that, because then it's workouts that you guys can just take to the side. I used to do that a lot. I used to just go in my own little corner and do my workout. And I do think that's great at the beginning, but I also think that you guys need to know that gym, you're paying that membership, you're paying the same fee as everybody else, and you deserve to take up space whether you know exactly what you're doing or you don't. You can take up that space. It's nobody's business to tell you that you need to go stand in the corner and do your workout. But if it makes you feel more comfortable to stand in the corner and do your workout at the beginning, go for it, because I've been there and I know that that helps. But once you start to get more acquainted with the environment, once you start to get more used to the environment, kind of learn the people, learn what people are about, understand, the gym etiquette, understand where to do things, then start to take up space. Start to take up that space, start to realize that You don't need to move out of the way for anybody. You don't need to speed up your workout on a machine for somebody who's waiting. Okay, so tip number 3 is definitely one that I utilize a lot, but I know not everybody has access to this. Bring a buddy, bring a friend. You don't need to do a workout together. I'm not big on doing workouts with other people. I like to do my workouts by myself. I like to get it done, and I like to just focus on my own thing, and everyone that I would always go with would feel the same way. My brother at the time had the same gym membership as me, so I would go with him, and my boyfriend also had the same gym membership as me, so I would go at times when he was there. Going at a time where you know someone is there, you know someone there, you just feel a lot less uncomfortable. It doesn't mean you guys have to work out together, it doesn't mean that they have to like walk you around everywhere and everything, but like just having that person there that you can kind of like feel less uncomfortable with, especially as a woman. Getting harassed in that gym, let's talk about that too. Having someone that you know there can also be great for that reason. So I would go to the gym at the same time as like my boyfriend and my brother, and that way if I wanted to try something new, they would just come with me and show me how to do it. And I wouldn't feel weird about it because you know you're so comfortable with that person that they're willing to show you how to do it, and they'll take you through it, and it is so much less like nerve-wracking than you trying to figure out how to use the machine yourself. So even if that means, you know, like you go every once in a while with somebody that you know, then you guys can kind of like be lost together if you guys are both new beginners, or if someone's more like advanced, which is what I would recommend, going with someone or asking for help from someone who is more advanced, then they can help you as well. And I just want to say, like, now that I understand the gym and I'm so comfortable in it, I would love for someone to come up to me and ask me a question, you know what I mean? Like, especially like a little cute little gym queen. So don't be afraid if someone seems approachable and seems nice. Go up to them and ask them for help, because at the end of the day, we have all been there. We have all been in that beginning stage where the gym is just such a foreign place and such an uncomfortable place that you can ask someone for help. You can ask an employee for help, anything that can help you make you feel more comfortable. But I know for me, that was going at a time where I knew that my brother or my boyfriend was going to be there, because I knew that they would stop and help me. And then it comes to a point where you don't need their help anymore, and you don't even need to go with them if you don't want to, but it's super nice to have them there and to have somebody there so that you know you don't feel like alone and super anxious. Okay, so my next tip for gym anxiety is kind of what you wear, what you bring, and what you have. All of this plays a role in your confidence. So number 1, have a bomb ass playlist. Have your headphones, so you dare forget your headphones. If you forget your headphones, go back and get them, because honestly, when you're anxious, you can't just be listening to those gym sounds. That just makes it so much worse. And something to realize is basically every single person in that gym has headphones in, and they can't really hear you. They're probably just so tuned into what they're listening to and what they're doing. So when you have your headphones in, you get into your own little zone as well. So number 2 would be how you dress. This is obviously your preference. Wear what makes you feel the most comfortable. If it makes you more comfortable to have a cute ass matching gym set on, which is how I felt, I became so much more empowered, so much more confident in that gym when I had matching sets on. But at the very beginning, when I was still very new to the environment and I didn't really want like attention on me, if I wanted to just kind of like be in the background, whatever, I just would wear like a little crop top and some leggings, go in my little corner and do my thing. So it really depends on what's gonna make you comfortable, and that's not for anyone to tell you. Dress in a way that's going to be appropriate for the gym though, you know, like don't pull up in jeans. You can, but like I don't think you're gonna be comfortable squatting in jeans, you know? Things like that, and that will draw attention. So don't wear jeans. And then 3rd, make sure that you're prepared. Like make sure you have everything that you need. If that means bringing a gym bag, if that means bringing, you know, like a little string bag, whatever it may be. If you plan to hip thrust, have your hip thrust barbell pad with you. You don't wanna be running around in the gym trying to find one, because sometimes there's not one, but you also don't wanna be hip thrusting without one, you know, things like that. Just come prepared, and that's why I mean when you come with a plan and you know what workouts you're doing, then you know that you need to bring the barbell pad. Things like that, that will really help. And my next tip is going to be to kind of figure out non-peak times and go at those times. That is like one of my main things. It's like, especially if you go to a gym in your hometown and you're like in college, then you know so many people there. So going to a gym, either one where you don't know anyone there, can be more comfortable. 2, going to a gym and going at non-peak times is going to be ideal if you can. Obviously, if you work and you have things going on and you have to go at 6 o'clock every day, then you have to go at 6 o'clock every day. But if you can get a quick morning workout in at like 7 a.m. and it's not busy, go for it. If you can go in like midday when no one's there, go for it, because when you find that time that's very comfortable for you and you start to make that a routine, then it's so much more comfortable, because one, if there are people there, you start to realize that it's the same people coming at the same time, and it's just not as uncomfortable because you see them there every single day. And two, going at a non-peak time allows you to feel more comfortable because there's barely anyone there. You can feel comfortable to try something new, to do something new, to follow your workout, and it's not going to be like you have to wait 40 minutes for a squat rack and you don't know what to do in those times between. So going at that non-peak time is great when you're a beginner and you want to learn new movements. This, for me, was always a struggle because my gym was so busy, and so I wanted to learn a deadlift and I wanted to learn to squat, and I had to figure out a time where I could get that piece of equipment. And now for just like my last little pep talk, my last little speech about the gym, because I feel like this is something that people need to understand, and this is something that it took me a really long time to understand, but once I did, I stopped giving two craps what anyone in the gym thought. Number one, the gym is an environment to better yourself. Nobody, not one person is in that gym to just go and be a hater. Everyone goes to the gym to, in some form, better themselves. Even if you're the most advanced, like world record winning power lifter, you're still there to try to continue to better yourself, to continue to get stronger, to keep your form, to keep your technique, whatever it may be. Everyone is in there with a purpose. Just because you're at that beginner stage, you're not at that top level stage yet, doesn't mean that your journey is any less important, doesn't mean that your space in that gym is any less important, and it doesn't mean that you should feel any more nervous or uncomfortable in that setting. Every single person has been that newcomer in the gym. Every single person has had that time when they didn't know how to do an exercise, didn't know how to use a machine, did something silly in the gym. You're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna do some silly things. Not everyone's looking at you. Are you looking at everyone else when you go to the gym? Like, are you just staring at everyone else, watching everyone else work out? No, you're there and you're watching yourself, you're working on yourself, you're doing something for yourself, you're showing up for yourself. And trust me, they are too. They're probably so in their own bubble that they don't even notice you. For me personally, when I'm working out, no one else is there. No one else exists in my mind. Like, if they're not in my little space, like, it doesn't matter that they're there. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It doesn't matter if they're doing something wrong. I don't really care. That's not my business, it's not affecting me. And that's the kind of mindset that you need to have, is realizing, like, it's not their business what you're doing the same way it's not your business what they're doing. And so there's no need to worry so much about other people's opinions, because they're probably not even looking at you. And it's so funny because when I'm at the gym, and someone does something embarrassing, I literally look away so fast. I would never want someone to feel more embarrassed, The gym is such a beautiful environment because I feel like there's people of all levels there, and there's people who are literally stepping foot in there for the first time, ready to change their lives, and there are people who have been there for 4 years now, just continuing to be on that lifestyle. And so I think it's super great that all those things can come together. I know what it feels like to be super anxious in the gym, and I know that it's not the best feeling, but I promise you it passes. And I think one big thing is bite the bullet and just show up. The more you show up, the more consistent you are, the more comfortable you're gonna get. Think about any other setting that you've ever been in. Think about when you used to go to high school. You were nervous, right? You were nervous in that classroom because you were like, oh my God, this is uncomfortable. You had to introduce yourself to the class, and you're during the icebreakers. But then by the end of the year, end of the school year, you're so comfortable in the classroom, you don't give two craps. It's the same thing in the gym environment. You're gonna be uncomfortable there at first. You're gonna feel kind of shy or whatever it may be, but you're going to become more comfortable as you go more often. And as you become more confident in the gym, your lifts really start to take off. As you become more confident, you become more open to trying new things, open to failure. Every little step is a step that you should count and be proud of yourself for. Stepping into that gym, getting that membership, that in itself, go off, queen. Okay, so I really, really hope that this video was helpful. I hope that these tips were helpful for you guys. And as always, you can follow me on Instagram, @Schmegs, it's my username, and I have tons of workouts that you guys can follow for the gym. I think this is gonna be the first video of a beginner series. So if there's anything in specific that you guys want me to cover next, please be sure to comment it down below. But I hope that this was helpful, and go and kill your workouts, queens. Go and focus on yourself and continue to better yourself, and don't give two craps what anyone has to say about it or what anyone else thinks about it, because it is you, it's your body, and you are making such a great change. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.